What's going on, guys? I'm back doing another video, and this is going to make a metro or subway station. I'm going to specify some more stuff later on. Also, I did make a few mistakes during this. I try and correct them best I can using other clips, so I do apologize if anything is out of order or anything. If there is, please tell me, because I do want to clarify on that. And yeah, this is a lot shorter than the normal ones, so with that being said, enjoy the tutorial. Alright, so as you can see, the grid is definitely different. It's just a straight line right now. The reason I'm doing this is because this is dependent on what you think. So, again, as you can see, I have a line of 52. That's how wide your building is. It is 33 blocks tall, and from the grid line, it goes down by 2, and then it goes up by 31. By the time you're seeing this, I think part 1 of 1.17, which is Caves and Cliffs update, I'm pretty sure it's 1.17. I don't know, there's too many numbers for me to remember. I think that should be released by the time you're seeing this, so you should be able to go below bedrock, so that shouldn't be too big of an issue. However, you're gonna need to dig out a lot of space, because as I mentioned, it should be underground. It doesn't have to be. If you want a giant cylinder in your world, go for it. But I will probably make another one, which would be an above ground one, which will be a little bit different, a lot simpler. More like, you could even use, oh, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in that general direction. So I didn't know it's a water slide. It's the train station. You could use the train station as a metro station. Just change up the tracks a little bit. But, yeah, what you need for this is smooth quartz blocks. That's not smooth quartz. No, that's not smooth quartz, or that's smooth quartz. Smooth quartz stairs, smooth quartz slabs, smooth sandstone. I swear that's all the smooth we need. Black carpet, yellow carpet, spruce fence, polished andesite stairs, and at the very least, gravel. I would add a little bit more than what I have in here. I'm going to talk about that actually right now. So as you can see, I didn't build this very long. It definitely needs to be longer than this. But you can see I added lights. I'd replace one of these lights with a sign that has, like, where the next train is and whatever. At least, again, last time I was on a metro, they had, like, a sign on a post. I don't think they had lights, but I added lights so you could actually see over here. But, like, it'd be like a sign saying where the closest train is and all that stuff. Also, I added a row of glowstone under the far rows of polished andesite stairs, these outer ones, just because I figured that they needed it. But starting from the front left-hand corner, the front right-hand corner of your 52 by whatever long grid, cough if you made it, you want to count right by 4, and you want to place... We're actually going to start with the fun part, which is a lot of numbers, so I might get this wrong. But what you want to do is you want to place... Actually, no. Okay, we're gonna just place one smooth quartz block. Bring that down diagonally to the right by 2. And then up diagonally to the right with a smooth sandstone block. Bring that up by 2. Right by 10. Down 1. Then place a polished andesite stair right of that is facing towards the smooth sandstone. Leave a 5-block gap. Polished andesite stair facing right. 2-block gap. Polished andesite stair facing left. 5-block gap, so that is 5 blocks in between the stairs. You want to place a polished andesite stair facing right. So you can see that's 5, that's 2, that's 5. Again, I really need to find a block that has tiles. Like, not like tiled... with, like, tiles inside of the block, but, like, at least an outline to the block so you can see the difference, or make a checkered pattern. What you want to do now is to the right of this far polished andesite stair, you want to place a smooth sandstone. Bring it up by 1. Right by 10. Down with 2 smooth sandstone. Down diagonally to the right with a smooth quartz block. So again, this should be going down below your grid. Up diagonally to the right with a smooth quartz, or 2 smooth quartz blocks, actually. And then from this smooth quartz block, you want to bring this smooth quartz block here. So I would recommend starting from the right side at this point. It's easier to go from right to left, at least for me. Plus, since I'm going to be telling you certain directions, it's just easier to do right to left. So, on top of this smooth quartz block, you want to place an additional smooth quartz block. And then, okay, so this is where I'm going to explain a little bit, and it's going to be a bit wordy for a second here. Because this is going to basically, what you want to do is you want to, every 2 blocks, you want to place, or I guess every 3rd block, you want to place a row of the smooth quartz block pattern, and you want to do that. So I'm going to say smooth quartz block, 2 smooth quartz blocks, or whatever it will be. But if you need it to be across the entire row, I will specify and say row in that sentence. So for example, we just place 1 smooth quartz block, and then you're going to have at least, I'd say at least 20 of these. This needs to be at least as long as your train is. Preferably longer, so you can add more, like, exits and stuff. But I'm just going to do it short, so it's not a super long video. But I would recommend, like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 tiles, so I'd recommend going at least 20. But, so yeah, once you have that additional smooth quartz block, you want to place a row of smooth quartz slabs. I don't think I'm actually going to go that far. I'll probably go there. Because I don't feel like going too long right now. Right with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Up with 2 smooth quartz blocks. So again, I didn't say row, so every 3rd block you want to place a row of smooth quartz blocks. So there should be, or sorry, every 3rd block you want to place a two tall row of smooth quartz. And then if it's 1, I will specify as 1. Up with a row of slabs. Right with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Then up with 2 smooth quartz blocks. So again, one more time. It's every 3rd block. Just place 2 smooth quartz blocks moving up. It's usually going to be, smooth quartz blocks will be the 2s and the rows. And then the slabs and stairs will only be rows. Then up with a row of slabs. I know this is a repeating pattern so far. Right with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Up with 2 smooth quartz blocks. And then I think that will be close to the end of how high we go. Or not how high we go, but how far out we go. Yeah, because it's... I think that's the last one, actually. Yeah, it should be. Then up with a row of smooth quartz blocks. So again, see, it's a row of blocks now. Well, it has been rows of blocks, but you get the point. Then 2 smooth quartz blocks. 2 smooth quartz blocks. Then up with 2 smooth quartz blocks, so no rows again. It's never going to be more than 1 row at a time, I don't think. It might be a row of slabs and then a row of blocks, but it's never going to be 2 rows of blocks or 2 rows of slabs or 2 rows of stairs. Up with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Now what you want to do from this point is you want to place a row of upside down smooth quartz slabs to the left of this. Up with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Make sure that you do every 2 blocks. If you make a mistake, you should be able to tell, because I would start from building it basically like... I'd start with a row of smooth quartz and I'd end with a row of smooth quartz. That, I think, is one of the more important things. Just to make it look more complete. Or you could end on a row of smooth quartz blocks and then have like a wall on this side that is just flat smooth quartz, and then obviously an area where the train should go through. We're going to work on that at the end, by the way. I just want to get this part out of the way. Up with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Then up with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Okay. Sorry, I got confused, because this is the part where it gets a little bit weird. Then you want to bring all those left with 1 smooth quartz block. Then up with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Up with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Then left with 1 again. Up with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Then want to go up 1 with just 1 smooth quartz block. Left 1. Up 1. And left 1. You then want to place a row of upside down smooth quartz stairs left of that. And yeah, that's probably going to happen if you're on Bedrock. Okay, we finally have gotten to a point where I can assure you that I know what I'm doing. I'll put a row of smooth quartz blocks now. Left with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Now we're starting to get a little bit... Okay, I think we're out of the confusing stage for now. Then place a row of upside down smooth quartz stairs left of that. Oh, it's always 1 that doesn't place how I want it to place. Then up with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Left with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Then you want to go left with a row. Okay, so from this point I did this wrong. What you want to do is you want to go left 1, and then up 1, and then left 1 again, instead of going up 1 and left 1, and then you want to place a row. Sorry I did that wrong. I'm going to put in a little clip as well explaining that in a little bit more detail, and I will also explain a thing at the end which I messed up, which I'm not going to explain in detail with one of these little voice clips, but yeah, just a little bit of a side note, so don't make that mistake. Alright, so I'm going to try and cut this part out the best I can without having issues, but as you can see the rest of the build's done, but I made a mistake right here. So once you have this row right here, what you want to do is you want to place a block going left, then up 1. That's not right. Well, it is up 1, but I just misplaced a ton of blocks. There's another one. Then left by a row, or a block, not a row, sorry. Did I mess up somewhere on this line? Yeah, I did. And then place a row. And then continue your pattern from there on. And it should line up with this, but mine doesn't, because I made an oopsie. Okay, so basically, and then it's going to be at the bottom here, it's 2, and then it's 4, and then it should be like 3.5, I think, or something like that. So it actually should line up once you do that. So this is gonna all be shifted, and then yeah, that will be shifted over. So that's how it should be. Basically, and then on the sections, it's basically just add an additional one here, and then at the bottom, it's just place a row at the bottom, and then the second one up's a block. And yeah, I'll show you the pattern over here slowly. I'll just fly around the entire thing going right to left. It should be fairly easy to follow if you look at it. Well, not easy, but like not extremely difficult either. And you can pause it at any time if you need to. But yeah, I apologize for any trouble. When I'm saying, like, you place 2 blocks and then a row, the row does not want to be on that second block. It wants to be a block more to whatever side that we're going. I probably should have clarified that or earlier, but it is what it is. Okay, how much longer do we have to go? Okay, yeah, a lot. Then go left with 2 blocks. We're like I don't know if we're even halfway done. Well, are we? We're about at half. Then left with a row. Left with one with a smooth quartz block. Oh no, we're not quite half. We're close though. Up with a row of smooth quartz, or up with a smooth quartz block, not a row. Sorry, you're gonna probably have that happen a few times in this video. Left with a block. Then left with a row. Left with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Then a row. Then 2 blocks. Also, sorry if you're in Java and I'm going a little fast. Then a row. 2 blocks. A row. Now once you're at this point, you want to go down a row. Left with 2 blocks. A row. Left with 2 blocks. A row. You then want to go down a row. Left by 2. A row. So we're, again, that's left a row. Oops, that's too far. Down with a row of upside down stairs. Those stairs should be facing towards the inside of the build, by the way. Then left with 2 blocks. Then a row. Down with a row of upside down stairs. Then left with 2 blocks. Not like that. I placed 2 right next to each other. Like that. Like that and that, apparently. I'm great at placing blocks. Then a row. Then a row of upside down smooth quartz stairs below that. Bring that left with a row. You then want to bring that down with 2 blocks. Hopefully it should be smooth sailing from here. Then a row of slabs, so upside down slabs. Because that's just whatever's more ideal, basically. Left with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Down with 2 blocks. Not like, I placed them 1 block apart. That's not right. Should be 2 blocks apart. Then down with a row of upside down slabs. Left with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Down with 2 blocks. Then place a row of upside down slabs. Man, thank God, because I have a note sheet and I'm keeping my little like typey thing and the general location of where I am, which has helped me a lot. Then bring that left with a row of smooth quartz blocks. Down with 2 blocks, so no row. Then down with a row. Down with 2 smooth quartz blocks. Down with a row. You then want to go right with a normal row of smooth quartz slabs, so right side up. Down with 2 blocks. Down with a row. Two blocks. Then right with a block. Down with a row. And then down with 2 smooth quartz blocks. And then you want to place a row underneath. We hit the finish line. You should have something that looks a little bit or a lot like this. My goodness, I actually really like how that looks. It's... I don't know exactly how to describe. It's like modern. I don't know, I like that. And then you can bring your 2 rows of smooth quartz blocks on either side that are embedded into the ground all the way to the back as well. And also place a row under the bottom little arches there. Now these, actually I'm going to tell you after I break the grass on this side. Okay, so these ones at the bottom here aren't really noticeable. However, they do kind of just add to the effect. Because, like, you can look over the railing and you can see them down there. When I last went to a... Hang on, let me break the grass again. When I last went to a thing like this, or metro. When I was last at a metro station, they were very similar to that. Like, you could see, you could look down the sides and you could see more of the arch-looking things. Now, I haven't been to a metro in a while. I talked about that during the metro itself. Also, I would build a metro on the in the metro station. I think that'd be pretty good to put in, and then under these as well. Hopefully everyone's having a good day or night. That took a long time for me to say. And then now you can bring your smooth sandstone and your polished andesite stairs back to the same point. And also bring your smooth sandstone. Actually, no, we already did. I was gonna say bring it down a row, but you will have to obviously break the grass and stuff, or whatever it is. It's probably stone for you, or diamonds. Or andesite, or granite, or gravel, or maybe dirt, or... You get the point. But, yeah, you just want to bring all this back so it is the same length as the walls. The walls are short on this one. I made them a lot longer over there, as you can see. I think it's like a giant cylinder. I don't even know how I'm going to, because at this point in time, I haven't actually made the, showcase part of it yet. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. Because it's such a weird building. And also, if you want, you don't need your smooth quartz slabs or blocks anymore, so you can actually get rid of one of those and get out glowstone and place our glowstone with the polished andesite stairs. At least the outer row of them, because that's just going to make your build light up a lot more, and it makes it look so much better. Because before I added it, it was all dark in the middle, and now it's still dark at like the top up there, but it makes it down here a lot brighter. Which I think just, whether or not it's like a huge detail, it does definitely add a lot to the build, adding a little row of glowstone. But yeah, this has been, between this and the metro itself, I think that's one of the longest set of tutorials I've done in a long time. Because usually I'll make like 30-minute... Well, I guess the hospital is up there too, as of recent ones. But I think this is longer. Because that metro by itself was 47 minutes. And if I would have made this like double the size, it probably would have been a good hour and a half. Not an hour and a half, probably like an hour, just over an hour. Because that took me a good bit. And this will probably still be long, but it's not going to be as long as, you know, the inside of the hospital. How long was the inside of the hospital? Or maybe the police station would be a better one to go off of. Or not the police station, sorry, the prison. Back when I used to stream them, which gave me a lot more freedom for, video length. Alright, what you want to do now is, but in the grass or stone or whatever it is, in between your, stairs, all your stairs, so like these little sections here, this row of 5, this row of 2, and this row of 5. If it's stone, you can actually leave it as stone if you want, but I would change it to gravel. So break the ground and replace it with gravel. Just like this. Also, I know I'm probably late for this, but I would fit this more with a metro rather than a subway. I don't actually know if there's a difference. I don't. I've never been on a subway, but I have been on a metro. I actually think they're the same. But, I don't know. I just know it as metro. I think it depends on your area, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So I guess anybody that does know if there's a difference between subways and metros, feel free to leave in the comments, because I'm curious on that now. Also, we'll talk about placement of your metro at the end, because that is kind of important. I think it works out. It should work out. I didn't actually check with, like, how the build is, but it should work. Yeah, it definitely works, because this is a slab row, and the door would be 1 block up. Alright, what you want to do now is, on the second row from the middle, so this row right here of smooth sandstone on either side, you want to place a black carpet, yellow carpet, black carpet, yellow carpet, black carpet, yellow carpet, etc. going front to back. Just kind of as a line to indicate that, hey, you shouldn't pass this. Because, I don't remember exactly how it is again, but they have these, like, lines indicating that you probably shouldn't pass this point because it's a little bit dangerous. Until, obviously, the metro is pulled up and you can get in. Also, again, I'll probably talk about this at the end as well, but I would add, like, pathways, even beyond the metro station. Like, once you hit the metro station ending, I would just make a wall at the ends. You can even curl it a little bit if you want, but I just make, like, a flat, smooth quartz wall, or whatever you want it to be. It doesn't actually matter what it is. And obviously, just have, like, a big old gap for the trains to be able to go through, and then I would add a little pathway on either side in case, again, there's an issue, and you need to get out. But with that being said, you want to, on the outer row of smooth sandstone on either side, you want to place a row of spruce fence. this just kind of adds a touch of color as well as obviously a barrier, so people don't just go falling in here. Because, you know, that's kind of not a good spot to go. I always worry about dropping my phone down there, and I don't know why. Because, like, it just goes down. Like, you can't even see the bottom. At least the metro that I've been to, you can't even see the bottom. It's in DC, I think. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm thinking of. And if you just look down, it's just, you can't see, I don't even know if you can see the bottom, or you can see, like, the bottom a little bit, and there's stuff down there. But I always worry about dropping my phone. And then what you want to do is, if you can find a center for this, that would be nice. But every 5 blocks, I would place, moving up from the original spruce fence, I'd place like 4 spruce fence, and then bring it inwards by 1. So, again, 5 block gaps in between. And then I would just place a lantern on the underside. So you don't need your glowstone anymore, you can chuck that garbage and get out lanterns. I would actually use glowstone for this. Even if you like sea lanterns better, the light level doesn't make a difference, and sea lanterns, I think, will lag out your game if you have a lot of them. I think it's carpet that was the issue, but we had carpet and sea lanterns on an Xbox 360 world, and it didn't bode well. The Xbox was really not happy with that decision of ours, so... yeah. And then, what I would do is maybe one of them, I'd have 1 block shorter, so only bring it up by 3. And then we bring inward with a spruce fence, and on this side I place a sign and have, like, next closest train, 3 minutes. And then you could even add, like, a sign somewhere around here with the stop that it is, and whatever you really want to add, or some benches, whatever you really... Now, obviously, these, lights don't make a difference now for me, but once we... actually, I don't even know if they'll make a difference for me, period. But you'll see, as you saw over there at the beginning, they make a huge difference. Because they just kind of make the general surroundings a lot like brighter, and it makes the paths a lot brighter as well, the ones that you're standing on. Is it the end one or is it the one before? It's the end one, okay. And then again, maybe this one turns into a sign on both sides, and has whatever, really. And these would be different trains. These should be hooked up to different trains. This, like, let's say this one goes that way and this one goes that way. So I'd have this sign on that side and that sign on this side. So I'd have the signs, like, obviously I'd have the trains, or at least... I don't really think a center really matters, honestly. But, now... there's, I believe, one last step and we're done. That wasn't actually terrible. You basically want to coat the outside of your pattern with smooth quartz blocks. Now, if you're underground and you have stone, if you like the look of the stone, then that's fine. I haven't tested it with stone. However, I think that the gray would look nice with the white. I always like the gray and the white. I don't know why. As that metro station over, or that's not a station, that's just a metro. As that over there displays nicely. But basically, what I do is behind, like, obviously all the normal ones, I just make it so it's 1 block deep with the smooth quartz blocks, which you fill them in. Don't make it a flat wall, because all the 2s and 1s that we went through would just be for nothing at that point. So, obviously make it a block back. That is how a metro station is. At least, again, I haven't been to many metro stations, but the ones that I've seen look like this, except they're a little bit more of a stone, like an end stone brick color. Now, the reason I didn't go with end stone brick for this is because I think it's an ugly block. That's just my personal opinion. If you like it, then go for it. Obviously, it's probably too late at this point, unless, again, you're just watching this for tips, which people probably do. Or if you just like watching videos of people building, that is completely fine, because I do the same. That's kind of what time lapses and Let's Builds are, though. Just watching people build for hours. And then on the diagonal ones, like this one right here, where you can see it has a diagonal, I would still do the same thing, where I just make a flat back. I wouldn't go diagonally on this one. I'd make a flat back, and then I'd add a row at the top of it. Which, if that was hard to explain, that should clear up any questions. So you can see here, we put these 3 blocks here. Those all are visible. That's why I did that instead of saying diagonally. Just makes, plus placing them diagonally in a big quantity is very annoying. And again, same one for this one, and this one, I actually don't know. But as you can see, the same there, and I think this one is similar. Let me check. Okay, so I was correct. So basically, it's just kind of like we're gonna have to add an additional block here. But you place on the second row back, so you have a little bit of a opening here. You place, I guess, 3 rows of smooth quartz blocks moving up, and then bring it left with 3, and then just fill in the little side gaps. So I'm actually gonna start with placing these side blocks here, and then again just place a row. Basically, just going up from the previous rows that we've placed, and then it will go inwards and above this. Sorry, I wasn't sure on that one. So as you can see, it should look like that. And the rest of these top ones here are just flat. Well, not flat, but you know what I mean by flat. Where they only pop, like, up. Alright, so I'm back and filling again. Sorry, I've had a lot of issues with that. I'm gonna, I'll probably insert a clip, which you would have seen by now, about what my issue is. But, yeah, if I get a resolution of the issue, I can leave the... I'll probably, by the time you're seeing this, I'll probably have a pattern down, and I will leave that pattern, which should work, in the description below. What I would do is I would try it, and then I would make sure that everything looks correct. So, like, as you can see here, there's this issue, which I can't seem to fix. Because I shifted it, yeah, but that doesn't really do much. And then, I think I can shift the... Oh... Actually. Alright, so, yeah, you should have seen by now how you're supposed to fix it. But, cause yeah, I did just realize that I do know how to fix it. It's a little bit of weirdness, but I do apologize for making that error, and, yeah. It wasn't actually what I thought it was. I thought that I was just stupid and thought the pattern wrong, but no, I actually wrote it down wrong. And then... I don't know what happened after that, because it created a different issue, which I somehow resolved. I resolved an issue because of another mistake. And that's how that went. And then, yeah, the other issue. You should expect me to make mistakes at this point. I mean, everyone does, but especially with something like this, it's really hard. Because it's a lot of numbers, and I'm not good with, like, tracking things like I had to. I had to track which number I was on, and then that was a hassle. But, yeah. And with that being said, once you're done, ladies and gentlemen, that is your metro station complete. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, if you have any suggestions for any other tutorials, feel free to leave it in the comments. And, yeah, this has been a pretty fun one to do, and, yeah, have a fantastic day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.